Well, in my opinion, shouldn't be towers anyway. There should be houses, you know.
No family should be allowed in them, so the shooting and all families should be put out.
There's a lot of people in these flats that need a lot of help. And maybe these flats are not the right place for them to be, do you know what I mean?
The Northern Ireland Housing Executive has come under fire for failing to take action over substandard accommodation at a block of flats in North Belfast. The Department for Social Development Minister Margaret Ritchie visited residents at the Seven Towers flats in July and committed to cleaning up the area. However, all of the pigeon waste, which is an ongoing problem there, still remains untouched.
Actually, we live in like a pigeonhole. You know, in this side pigeon, there's a pigeon, in this side there's a pigeon. They can't even see each other because they're closed, you know. I don't think there is, you know, the neighborship like the streets.
Just the isolation on your own, too much, you know. Now again, like, you get, you get depressed a wee bit on your own, you know, but it's, well, it is. I have to say it's a problem. I mean, there's been a few suicides in the last few years, like, you know what I mean? And one of the guys, last one, threw himself off of Churchill House. I mean, he would let him still, it was the isolation that killed him, you know.
There's a lot of things need done, you know, and heating would be a big priority. There's things on them lawns and there's absolutely no call for them. I could windsurf up my hallway, that's how bad it is, you know.
There was bad sewage problem. It's all right for adults. You can say, okay, but how could you put your child in that dirty bathroom, you know? Can you understand me? From next door, from up the stairs, down the stairs, flooding, coming in your bathroom. You need to clean every single day to wash the child, you know. You're all right, you're adults, but not for child, not for children.
My flat's full of dampness. My bedroom and all full of dampness. The child's bedroom's full of dampness. It's not, the drafts coming through the windows, it's unbelievable, like.
These benchmarks were set last September. It looks like only one has been reached.
It's true, one has been reached, and that is the removal of the pigeon waste. The other issues in terms of the sewage ingress, the dampness, removal of families from the towers, involvement of residents in decision making have all shown serious deterioration.
I don't like living in the towers at all because of children coming up from Auchnacloy, and it's not suitable for them at all.
Terrible. Kids can't play. My kids aren't allowed on the land to play football and getting complaints from Grania House. There's nowhere else for them to go because the joy raiders just fly around here and I won't let them out. One of them's overweight, 3.5 stone overweight, because he doesn't get out. That's how bad it's getting. We have 2 kids and it's just terrible living in it, and the dampness and the windows, and you're waking up and there's nowhere for the kids to play. You put them in the lanterns, and my child's old enough to hit the lift now, and she's old enough now to hit ground, and there's nowhere for her to play, and it's just terrible living in them. And 2 wee boys, what do you do with them? Is lock them in the house and tell them to do chores? There is nowhere for them to play. I mean, you have to bring them out to, do you know what I mean, to a park just to get them out for a wee bit. You can't even let them play nowhere, and there's no space as there is living in the flat, so there's not. I mean, like all their toys and all, you have nowhere to put them, and you have nowhere to put nothing. So you don't. So it's bad for him too, and it's bad for me to see my kids that they can't go out and play nowhere, so they can't.
Yeah, I've been rehoused out of the towers. I do find a difference in that the kids have their own bedrooms now. There's somewhere to go for a bit of time out. The only thing that hasn't changed is the housing executive dealing with emergency call-outs, repairs.
Well, the flat that I'm in at the moment, when I got offered this, there was a fire was broke out on it. Well, when I accepted the tenancy, they told me that everything would be done. They told me that there would be a new fitted kitchen, new doors, that you'll have nothing to do when you go in. But the flat was just, when I was given the key, it was when I went in, it was just the same way as I left it.
The window. I reported it 3 times and still nobody came to do it, you know? So I just gave up. Just gave up on it, you know?
You know, there is things that need done. There's things that have been on my flat from the day I moved in there about 9 years ago, and they've never been ratified, you know.
Well, I've been at them about my kitchen, and they keep telling me it's condensation. But I know for a fact that it's dampness, and there's nothing getting done about it at all. And just they've left it alone for a long period.
All the sealers out on the balcony thing are all out. I mean, the kitchen's the same. It's like when the wind blows, you think I had a flute behind them or a house, you know. The flat, there's that many drafts and the noise is coming from it. But 9 years, you know, when I keep putting these wee things in, there's just nothing done so far, you know. Somebody needs to be accountable, like.
No, I wouldn't see that cladding or whatever they're talking about on the outside. That's diabolical. That's ridiculous. Spending on the inside what the people want, what the people need, and especially the children.
Built new houses for families, so about. Instead of even putting money into the flats, they should be doing new houses to get the families out of the flats instead of putting that kind of money into flats.
They want to spend 7 million, knock the towers down and build us houses. They need knocked down for look at the state of them. 7 million in them towers.
In my opinion, maybe they should keep 2 to 3 towers for only single people, and then knock down the others and build a house for the families, you know.
But why don't they do on the inside of the towers, do you know what I mean? That's where it counts, not a bloody facelift on the front, do you know what I mean? They'll make it look pretty.
There's no point in looking good on the outside and sick on the inside. And that's exactly what it's like.
Discussing that and basis in consultation with residents about the future schemes that we have.
And Angie McManus says, and I wrote it down, there's been no consultation with residents. Well, that's her perspective.
That's her perspective, Mark, and I hope that tomorrow we will have the opportunity of sitting down and discussing that.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, it's the people who have to live in them, you know what I mean? They should be consulted about it, and certainly, I mean, they're the ones who have to live with their problems, you know. They're the ones that best to consult about it.
They should have done a survey to ask what they would do with the money instead of just like doing it there in the flats. Do you know what I mean?
Difference now compared to what they used to be. The lifts are cleaner, the stairs are cleaner, you have 24-hour security. But with the executive, there's no connection with them, and they just do what they do and don't ask the residents what the residents want.
I'm sure that I'm not the only one suffering with this dampness carry on. But they just give up hope. They can say that there's nothing they can do, but what can I do? There's nothing else that I can do. Not unless we get a strong force and do something about it. And tell them to forget about this cladding carry on. Well, people's not interested in that whatsoever. Well, I know I'm not.
That they say what they wanted to say, not to ask people for their comfort. And I think it would help if they were to come around and ask people what people really need.
My advice to residents join the group would be to stick with it and to speak up for yourself and to find out exactly what your rights are so as you can move forward.
Yeah, they should ask the people, you know, they should ask people opinion. We're going to spend here £7 million for what? You know, then we would say, I don't think it would be nice for families and the others, you know.